Hi, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining our Dropbox webinar today. I am Rebecca Robbins. I'm the sales manager here at D&H for the Modern Applications team. So thanks so much for taking your time today. We really appreciate it. I'm going to kick things over to Jeff with Dropbox, who is going to be going through the presentation for you today.
Awesome. Thank you, Rebecca, and thank you, D&H, for hosting us today. So thank you, everybody, for attending the webinar, and really appreciate you spending a little bit of time with us today to talk through some Dropbox. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and let me move through some of these slides. Our topic today is your blueprint for success with Dropbox. So our hope is that covering a little bit of some things today, that this kind of sparks some interest, sparks some conversation, that we can actually engage with you guys, obviously after the slide presentation, and kind of just reach out to the modernization team and set up some time with myself and Caitlin, which you'll meet here shortly. We'd love to talk to you a little bit more about Dropbox and some kind of thought process around partnerships. Okay. So the agenda today, right? Grow your business with Dropbox. We're going to go through some of the core products, some of our core updates. We're also going to talk about Dropbox Dash. That's probably very new to everybody. That is our AI product. So we're going to walk through a little bit of that with Caitlin today. We're also going to do a little bit of partner program. We do have some updates on that. The portal refresh, resources and support, and then kind of also the most important part, right? What are the next steps? You've invested some time today. We want to make sure that we give you a clear outline as far as what next steps might look like, and obviously some Q&A as well. As we walk through these slides today, the Q&A session is open as well. So if there's something additional you want to see, or I move too fast, or anybody moves too fast in any of this, just hit us up in the Q&A. Okay. The first thing we have is actually just who are the presenters today. So myself, I'm a principal distributor sales manager. I've been with Dropbox for about 9 years. I manage the relationship between D&H and Dropbox. So everything dealing with D&H and everything dealing with Dropbox, that's my interaction. I work with partners on a regular basis. The second person we have from Dropbox today is Caitlin Cornell. She is our emerging partner sales manager. We work really closely together. She's going to be walking through the Dash product over the next several months. She's enabling partners, walking through, making sure you understand what Dash offers, what very specific things we are looking for around a Dash partner. And then you met Rebecca at the beginning. She's the cloud sales manager with D&H. So we'll go over just a few things around D&H and support from you guys as well. Okay. Money. Everybody loves money, right? So at the first part of it, we're going to schedule calls with you. So the first 3 partners to schedule a meeting with D&H and Dropbox get an Amazon gift card. You can do that after this presentation by emailing the Modern Applications group, which is here. We'll remind you at the end about this as well, so that you have that information, and you can email after the presentation today. So poll, right? So are you a new partner or an existing partner? So we just want to hear from you, right? Are you coming into this as a new partner? Are you an existing partner? Want to learn a little bit more around Dropbox? So if you wouldn't mind just plugging in your answers there, we'll take a few seconds to kind of tally up before we move on to the next slide. But, we love some participation from you guys, so definitely post up. So we'll give that just a few seconds before we move on to the next slides. Cool. Okay, great. So we will we'll take that into account and kind of walk you through some things, I think, from a new partner and and some of the existing as well. So thanks for taking the poll for those that participated. Growing your business with Dropbox solutions. Okay. So what I'm going to talk to you about is our core product and the 3 pillars around that product. But what we really want to establish with you guys, if you're a new partner or an existing partner, is we're no longer just a solution of just Dropbox business. We're a suite of product, right? So we have several areas that we cover now. You can sell them all individually, or you can sell them all together. It doesn't really matter as far as if there's something in here that you gravitate towards as a partner. So if it's just Dropbox, it's just Dropbox. If it's Dash, it's Dash, or just our e-signature product. You don't have to sell the full stack, but we do have a suite of products, okay? The second big thing is everybody loves leads. So we understand that. We have a really clear way of actually establishing leads and actually finding Dropbox leads. So we want to walk through that a little bit, and that's through an analytic tool, or what we, most customers refer to it more of like an assessment. So we're going to walk through what that assessment looks like from a Dropbox standpoint. And then we're also the third topic is Dropbox new look and offering. That is Dash and what it means to Dropbox as far as the AI world is concerned. Everybody's talking about AI, so we want to walk through that a little bit as well. Okay. So I want you to think about this slide as this is the core set of products. This is the product that we're coming out of, or not necessarily out of, but where the core is resolved, right? Where we've been for several months and several years now. Obviously, Dropbox, right? Dropbox Business is our open collaboration platform. That's a file sync and share in the cloud. You can collaborate with any OS, anywhere, anytime in the world around Dropbox. Dropbox is very similar from the free product. So a lot of users gravitate towards it because they want to utilize something that's easy to use, ease of adoption, get their workflows done with content that they want to share with whoever they want to. And it can basically integrate with just about every application that's out there, including our competitors with around Microsoft and Google. Okay, so that's our core product. That's where we've lived. That's where we've been. We also have e-signature, which is a lot of people knew it from HelloSign. It's actually called Dropbox Sign now. It's electronic signature. It's very flexible as far as pricing is concerned. It's very flexible you can do unlimited signatures, or you can buy blocks of envelopes or blocks of signatures. We do custom field integration, meaning if you got to send a lot of signatures out and you need custom fields pulled into it, we have that capability within Dropbox Sign as well. It's a very big competitor around DocuSign or Adobe Sign. The other key piece here is we don't lock you down to just like your content we don't charge you, right? If you want to ever leave Dropbox Sign, you can leave with your content. A lot of times people that sign multi-year agreements with these signature companies get locked into signing and selling, like basically paying a ransom to get their documents out. So I guess I would ask, just make sure that you're clear on where you're putting your signature cycles in for content. The third pillar is Dropbox DocSend. It's a little more unique. It's a document tracking piece. So think about this as like even in your own partnerships and customers, right? So if you're sharing a lot of documents and a lot of content with a customer, this is a way for you to put it in a data room, right? And put it all in there so that you can actually see what's going on with that content and who's actually interacting with what content. So say, for instance, I'm sharing a PowerPoint presentation with Caitlin and Rebecca, and they exit out of slide 5. I can tell where they dropped off and where they didn't like the content, right? So then I can actually see where I can correct and make adjustments. We also have one-click NDAs in that piece, and we also have dynamic watermarking in there as well. Okay, so these are our 3 what we consider core products. Again, you can sign up to be a partner. You can sell all of these or 1 or 2 of them if you want. If you see actual value there, we'd love to demo these to you guys as well and speak to you guys around your customer sets and just partnerships from this point as well. Really quickly, we'll go over, this is our domain analytics tool. If you haven't utilized this before, I would assume a lot of you have not because majority of you are new partners. This is our lead tracking ability, right? So when we interact with a partner or when you're interacting with a manufacturer, a lot of times it's like, hey, how do we find leads? How do we find customers, right? A lot of times what will happen is, hey, let's share the customer stack, get your customer on the phone, we'll talk through what we offer. This allows you to share domains with us. We can then pull that domain into an analytic tool, which tells us what they're utilizing with Dropbox and their domain. So I can tell everything that they're sharing from a content perspective, what file types they're sharing, how much active users they have over a 1, 12, 6-month period. The other piece that's nice about this is it tells us if they're using the free product, which is the unsecured product, which we would like to move them into a business account so it's secured with the IT people you're managing and working with. But we also have the availability, if they're buying direct from Dropbox currently, we have the availability that if we find one of those to move it to you as a partner and manage it in the channel through D&H. Okay, through you and D&H, we can actually move that account. Okay. We also have the availability to run Zoom info target list leads, right? So if you send us a lead list, we can actually get that through there as well and look at domains and look at actually leads. So I want you guys to think about this when we get into our, end of the presentation. Really think about this as like a 5x5 plan almost, right? So 5 people you can get on the phone and talk to, and then maybe 5 prospects, right? So that gets you a good opportunity as far as what the conversation looks like from somebody that you can get on the phone and also somebody that you're prospecting into, okay? Next piece is our F1 incentive for SMB partners. I want to be clear on this. This is not for CDWs, the Insights of the world. It's for our SMB partnerships. It works with everything across the board. This is our promotion and our incentive for F1 racing. We sponsor the McLaren car, which is actually really doing quite well this year. So if you haven't followed it, it's really fun to kind of watch and to have a car to kind of follow. So I suggest looking at McLaren and seeing what they're up to. But we're giving away 2 tickets to experience Las Vegas with us from an F1 racing perspective. We're actually hosting a welcome event there. We will be giving 3 pairs of tickets away. We have partnerships that are already signed up, but if you're looking at doing this, is a good way to get in. Minimum to actually participate is $10K in MSRP. Hopefully today we can have some conversation and find some new customers, right? Get you guys in the running for this. We think it's a really good opportunity to share a unique experience, right? Not many people go to F1 racing in Vegas. So, okay. So with that, I'm going to go into Dropbox Dash. I'm going to intro Caitlin in here in a second. What we're going to do in the next slide is we're going to run through a little video. Give it 1 second. There we go. So when you think of Dash, I know a lot of people think about AI. I'm not going to steal a lot of Caitlin's thunder, but a lot of people think of AI as, this really challenging thing that, and everybody uses the word AI. It's kind of like what cloud was in the past, right? So I think with AI, right, what we want to really concentrate on is we want to be that centralized platform. We want to be that command center for AI through universal search or creating things, right? Creating documents, looking for documents, creating keywords. And we want it to be kind of your daily, right? Your start of your day and kind of live in Dash as your like universal like command center. With that, I'm going to pass it to Caitlin so that she can go over her presentation around Dash and what she's looking for from a partnership perspective.
Awesome, thank you. So yes, we are very excited, and hopefully the next little bit here I can kind of help paint the story for you on what Dropbox Dash is and where we want to go with this. Dash is the primary growth area for Dropbox right now. We have a large focus on building this through the channel, which is fantastic for you guys. So Dropbox Dash, think of it, as Jeff said, as this AI-powered command center for work. So it helps you find and create content fast across all of your work apps. And that's a critical piece to this story. Dash will search files, videos, images, and even teammates across platforms. So you can stop jumping between tabs. We all know how it's like when you are sharing your video and you have your 30 tabs open at the top of your screen. It also lets you create content with AI-powered writing, analysis, and summarization tools. So this is all in one place. And the great thing also is we have a deep integration into tools like Teams and Slack, and Dash cuts down on the time that you spend searching and gives you more time to create. So next slide, maybe. Awesome, thank you. So as you see, right, it enables that instant access to critical information. So this is a nice slide. I think it breaks down those 4 pillars for you. But as we mentioned, right, think of it as this powerful tool that's designed to streamline the way that users access their files and information across their work apps. You can see a little bit of a snapshot at the bottom of this slide of some of the applications and connectors that we have. So what this is it's combining AI-powered universal search, robust content access control, and that seamless integration into popular productivity tools. So it's enabling you to effectively find, organize, share, and secure content in one centralized hub. Those are also our 4 pillars: find, organize, share, and secure. And we'll talk about that as well. Currently, Dropbox Dash is available exclusively in English, and we are gradually rolling it out to the channel. What really also excites me about this product and how it relates to partners is that we believe customers will increasingly require services for setting up profiles and ensuring sensitive data is handled securely. And I'm confident that's where our partners are going to come into play in supporting this. Next slide. Okay, so let's talk about AI. Our AI is very different than traditional agentic or generative AI, if any of you are familiar with that. So we also know that AI is transforming the way we work, right? But when it comes to enterprise AI, trust is non-negotiable. At Dropbox, we believe that AI should be powerful yet responsible. So we're going to break down what our approach to AI is, because as I mentioned, it is a little different. So when we're looking at universal search, one of the biggest challenges is finding the right information quickly. With our AI universal search, Dash, it respects the permissions of your source applications, ensuring that employees only see what they have explicit access to. And you can control that access as well. So there's no overexposure. It's just the right content that that person needs at the right time. AI and machine learning. Privacy is at the core of our AI strategy, which it's at the core of our core applications as well, right? Dropbox has always taken that security really, really seriously. So unlike other platforms, we do not train AI models on your company's data. That's the biggest difference, right? There's no machine learning when it comes to your company data. Plus, we don't store any of your information beyond 30 days, ensuring that your data remains yours and is handled responsibly. Last is trust and transparency. We've built Dash's AI with enterprise-grade security in mind. So our security-fenced LLM operates entirely within Dropbox's secured environment. So this means that your data never leaves our protected systems, and this should give you confidence that your information is always safe. AI should be a tool that's empowering your users and not exposing any risk. So we really feel with Dash, we've designed a product that's going to deliver you that secure, private, and built for the enterprises, really, security. Next slide. So we're going to shift a little bit and put our partner hat on, and we're going to think about how Dash can solve common business goals for your customers. And as I mentioned before, we think of it very similar to Core in that there's 4 pillars: find, organize, share, and secure. So this means that customers can find what they need quickly, effortlessly organize their content, seamlessly collaborating with team members, cross-functional teams, and external partners, all doing that with full control and protection over sensitive data and company information. Now, mid-market companies are not just running one stack. They're running dozens, even hundreds of SaaS tools. So some statistics for you all, which I think are just crazy numbers. Over 50% of companies have between 51 and 200 SaaS applications in play. And 41% of mid-market companies are adding new tools every 1 to 3 weeks. I mean, that's just extremely substantial. So why does this matter? What this is telling partners is that customers aren't locked into one ecosystem. They are open to best-of-breed solutions like Dropbox if it solves a real pain. So things like doing more with smaller teams, wanting to compete more effectively, undergoing a rebrand, or even opening a new market. This is why we feel our value prop really resonates with customers. Dropbox isn't trying to be everything, but we really fit seamlessly into this hybrid reality. And so we're making it simpler for mid-market customers, and it's solving their real pain points. We know as partners that uncovering that pain with our customers is how we're going to help win and how we're going to help introduce new services to their environments. Okay, next slide. So based on the common business goals that we just talked about, here's the reality that we're hearing about mid-market, right? Mid-market customers are kind of stuck in this awkward middle ground. They've probably outgrown some of these lightweight tools, but enterprise solutions feel too big or overpriced for their needs. So their default choices, which we all know who these names are, right? Microsoft or Google, they aren't always the right fit, and they're often chosen because they're already there, not because they're solving that real problem. Microsoft, for example, Copilot only searches within the Microsoft environment. Our tool searches applications outside of the Microsoft environment and brings all of those into one central location. So Dropbox is uniquely positioned here. We've built, or we're really built for this, the way that mid-market teams actually work, right? They're fast moving, they're cross-functional, they're resource constrained most of the time. We're looking at industries like technology, professional services, marketing, and creatives, all the way to customer-facing teams like sales, client services, support, account management, and customer success. So these are the mid-market spaces where we believe Dash is going to resonate best. Customers who have tech-forward way of thinking and with heavy content type of customers. Okay, next slide. And I think one of the most exciting slides is that we have just launched for the channel our Dropbox Dash early adopter program. So joining the early adopter program for Dash gives you a chance to stand out with this AI-powered productivity tool that your customers haven't seen yet, which is a new exciting thing to bring to the table for them. You'll get access to MDF and SPIFs, and you can use these to, whether it's driving new demand with end customers or rewarding your sales teams, however you would like to use those. And plus, you can really have that limited access to building that pipeline without any immediate competition when you are entered into this program. Another great portion of this is that we'll support you. So we'll support you with training, tools, and direct engagement to help you go to market quickly and confidently. We will work side by side with you on your customers' opportunities. So it's really a great way to deepen your relationship with Dropbox. For some of you that are new to Dropbox, it's going to help you differentiate your offering and lead the conversation around that faster ways to work. So if you have customers in mind, feel free to reach directly out to Jeff, your Dropbox partner sales manager, as we talked about before. Okay, next slide. I think we have a poll coming up, right? Okay, yes. Cool. So poll number 2, how comfortable are you with AI as a whole? Could tools like Dropbox Dash, which enhances productivity with AI, align with your business goals? And we'll give you a few minutes to answer that.
We'll give a few minutes on each section, because how comfortable are you with the AI as a whole? And then we'll move to the next one and let you guys answer the second part of that poll. Could tools like Dropbox Dash, which enhance productivity with AI, align with your business goals? We'll hang for a second there.
Okay. I love seeing more people more comfortable with AI tools. I think we're shifting, finally.
Yeah, for sure. Let me take this one back for a second. There you go.
Great.
Cool. Great.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Thanks, Caitlin. Appreciate it. Definitely reach out if you want to get more information on Dash. We'll go over that as part of our follow-up here at the end. What I want to take you guys through next is just partner program stuff. I'm not going to go into a huge amount of detail on it, but I did want to go over and touch on it because, again, at the beginning, we wanted to find out how many people were existing and how many people were new, potentially. So let's go over our Dropbox partner program. look, we've had a lot of changes over the years as far as Dropbox partnerships. I think we're in a really good spot now. I think we offer a lot of different variety as far as being able to move up and not have to do, $4 or $5 million worth of business in order to move up. There's accelerators and points based on the fact of things that you actually do in the partnership. And I think the biggest thing from our partnership, and I know I've worked with Caitlin for a little bit now, is I think what we're looking for is mostly with a partner. Look, if you're investing time, you're coming to our webinar, you're investing time and actually taking a call, we want to work with you. We want to be an extension of your team. And I think that's the biggest thing is, look, go through, sign up to be a partner. You have deal registration. We have a lot of the blocking and tackling stuff that's normal from a partnership perspective. Deal registration, MDF go-to-market hub. We have a lot of new partner locator stuff, which means if somebody comes in looking for a specific partner within a region, we have that now as far as partner locator. We have MDF now. So if you need MDF, you can submit that through D&H, right? And they'll get with us as far as like if it's a good activity for us to invest in with you. We actually have a new branding website. So again, a lot of the blocking and tackling things, I think where we do things differently is the one-to-one interaction with you guys to make you successful with Dropbox. But also we want to be an extension of your team. We're not expecting you to know everything around Dropbox. There's a lot of information there, but we do want to work with you, right? So contact us. Let's set something up. Let's have a deeper conversation about what you're trying to accomplish with your customer base today. And let's see where you fit in with our Dropbox partner program, right? So if it's Dash, if it's Signature, if it's just the Dropbox core product, let's have some conversation around that, okay? The partner portal, pretty easy to get to, has a lot of learning journey stuff in there. There's a lot of training material in there. We have the registration, right? So again, blocking and tackling stuff. Customer console, we now have a customer console that you can actually see. You can go in there and take a peek. I'm going to blow through a lot of these slides because some of these I think made it into our presentation, which we wanted to kind of move them a little bit. But Rebecca, did you want to go over just a little bit of just D&H?
Sure. Yeah, I can go over D&H. So what we have here is I actually have a team of 15 to really help you on the back end questions, concerns, how to purchase, where to manage, all of those things. We also work hand in hand with Jeff as well and Caitlin on the Dropbox side. So we are definitely here to assist you, whether it's going through our portal on the marketplace and how to purchase, provision, and manage those licenses, going over what licenses are actually available and which ones work best for the customers and opportunities that you have at hand as well. And then pricing obviously is one that people always look at as well. So, this is what the current price is. If you have a larger deal, you might need some help on, is there anything we can do? We can look at that internally, something we can bring up to Dropbox as well. So it all depends on circumstances too. But we're here for you in any way that you need for D&H. So just let us know how we can help.
Perfect. Thanks, Rebecca.
Sure.
Some of these we got. Here we go. Do you want to touch on this one again really quick? Some of the slides got left in on accident, so sorry. Sure. I apologize for that. But yeah, if you want to cover this slide too.
Yep, absolutely. So I know some of you on here might be managed accounts. If you are, you know who your specific person is that you work with. Other than that, all 15 of my reps do work in a team inbox, so you don't have to wait for SLAs and things like that. Whoever's in there, which is all day, will be able to assist you. And Modern Applications at dnh.com is that dedicated team to be able to assist you there.
Perfect, thank you. So partnering for growth, right? What does that look like, right? So sign up, connect with the D&H Cloud platform, leverage resources, right? So we have lots of training, marketing materials, support to boost sales for you guys, expand the offering. That's upselling and cross-selling Dropbox with other IT solutions, right? So we work with just about every application that's out there. We don't pigeonhole you into any environment. We don't make it so that you can't work with Microsoft, you can't work with Google. You can sell this in conjunction with them, and drive revenue, right? Increase customer retention with a leading cloud collaboration tool. we see a lot of people that invest in Dropbox and our Dropbox Dash platform, they stay, right? So the reoccurring revenue is there, and it's a way to build up your business, right? Because who likes to not start a month with reoccurring revenue? Okay. We'll skip over this one. We've got all of these tools. Some of these we're actually going to share with you outside of this. So these will have links to Partner Resource Library, our Compete battle cards, and then we also have that demand generation toolkits available that you can actually take a part of and send to your customers directly if you want to do Dropbox marketing with your own branding and things like that. Okay, so we'll go into a poll. What type of enablement would be most beneficial to you this year? So that's kind of a free form field. We're going to give you a few seconds to actually type in what you might like to see from us from an enablement standpoint. That'll help you kind of grow some of your business. Give it a second. Next steps, because I want to get to some Q&A too if we've got any. So let's go over next steps really quick. So 4 things, right? This is what we're asking you guys to do from just spending some time with us today, right? So schedule a Dropbox call with D&H at the Modern Applications email box. So remember, first 3 people that do that get an Amazon gift card, right? Pretty easy to do. So that should be a no-brainer. Sign up. Let's get some conversation going. Let's talk outside of the webinar to understand what you're working on is from a business perspective. Think of 5 to 10 customers for a domain analysis or an assessment during your call with us, right? So we can kind of go over some of that workflow. Register for the F1 incentive, right? So that link will be here as well. This 4th piece is demo Dropbox. And what we mean by that is demo Dropbox, any of the products, right? So the core product, the signature product, Dash. We really are interested in demoing Dash to you guys so that we can actually show you what it actually does. We're only scratching the surface with this webinar, so we want to make sure that we set up those as well for you guys. And that's kind of the next steps, right? So we want to go over just if there's any Q&A. I mean, we've got some time left for you guys. We're, got a group of people here that can answer any questions for you guys around partnerships, product-specific questions. So we'll be here, and we want to take some Q&A from you guys, and also really appreciate you guys just spending some time with us today.
There is one in here so far. Are the terms and conditions the same for Dropbox as they are for D&H?
Should be,
so,
yes.
Yeah, so terms and conditions, we put in, Dropbox terms and conditions, kind of like other vendors, right? Is there a time frame to be able to cancel your licenses, to change them and things like that? So all those terms and conditions we do follow through from Dropbox, but also the same that D&H has for our cloud products remains true for Dropbox as well.
Awesome. I guess my enticing question to the group, right, would be, does the Dropbox Dash product that we presented to you guys today, does that resonate with you guys? Is that something you would want to see from the 27 or 30 that are in here today, right? Is that something that makes sense for you guys? I see Paul's question, Rebecca. Paul, what kind of markup can we expect to make on Dropbox sales? So typically our partners are seeing anywhere between 20 and 25% as far as margin goes. So, but what we do is Dropbox, if they buy direct from us, it's MSRP. So you have the availability to mark down off of MSRP, right? So typically that's a 20 to 25% markup as far as you guys are concerned.
Yep.
Don't be shy. Ask us any Q&A that you got. Cool. I'm looking through the attendee list. I do see several partners that have been with us for several years through D&H, so I appreciate you guys joining today. So I see Titanium in there. We've had some conversations before, so.
There's one that came through from Taylor. What does the use case look like for K through 12 environment?
Yeah, so I guess I would ask the follow-up to that would be like in regards to like a Dropbox core or like a Dash product. Like I guess I want to understand a little bit more about like what you're thinking as far as the product set is concerned. So maybe just a follow-up to you a little bit there, Taylor. Rodney, we do have co-branding collateral. We have a whole website that's actually dedicated to that. You'll see the link in the presentation that we send out where that'll actually point you to the co-branding material that we have that you can actually now forward it out to your customers and work through that. But we're happy to also set up a call with our marketing department to actually set that stuff up so you set it up correctly. And they'll walk through like how to log in, how to actually pull the things, and like what's pertinent for you as far as doing that co-branding. Cool. Taylor, I will say that from a K-12 use case scenario, like a lot of K-12 that has to send out a lot of like e-signature stuff. A lot of what we see from e-signature is actually in K-12 and through some of the schoolings is because they're using that custom field to send out, for instance, information to a bunch of parents or whatever, but they use the custom field to pull in specific names and addresses and things like that into a single e-signature document, so they don't have to recreate every signature cycle, right? So then it's just pulling from an actual field type.
Yeah, it looks like Taylor hasn't had much conversation around it, but just curious for just within that space.
Yeah, for sure. When you think about collaboration in K-12, right? So that's same thing. You're putting files up into the cloud and actually sharing via. You can share via a link. Share if it's very sensitive stuff. You can share via a password. You can have the link expire so that they're not, they don't get it for forever. You can see what interaction has been with the collaboration tool within K-12. So there's some unique cases. I think the signature one is probably the big one right now that we're seeing a lot of traction with. The collaboration part has been there for a long time, but I think the signature one is a pretty big one for us as far as K-12 goes. Customer-facing videos. I believe we do, Rodney. Let me verify that with marketing, and we can get some more information out to you on that. But we should have customer-facing videos, but if not, we can probably work some custom stuff out for you.
We definitely have customer-facing videos for Dash, particularly.
Awesome. Cool. Great questions, guys. I think we still got some time, so if you guys have any more questions, let us know. We're here. What was it, Rebecca? About 5 more minutes? Was that I think it was 5. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, we got you for 5 more minutes, so let us know what you got. What about, is anybody using any e-signature right now today? Do you guys have e-signature, or do you offer that to your clients? Have you thought about that in your environments or with your clients today? Got it, Rodney. To send a document link, is that capable in both Dropbox and DocSend? Absolutely. We can do both. So you can do the link sharing within either one. DocSend we like a lot when we're doing like for instance, a lot of our sellers use, and we use this with distribution as well. Actually, take Caitlin for instance. So Caitlin has a whole DocSend page now that she shares with our distributors and with our partnerships, where it has all of the Dash documentation in there. So every piece that she finds or she creates, she puts that in there as a landing space for Dropbox Dash, right? And then she can then go in there within a couple days and see how many people have utilized what, and she shares that via a link in DocSend, right? Same thing in Dropbox. Cool. Couple more minutes, guys, and then we'll wrap up. Okay. I will say that, look, we're very interested in talking to you guys. Give us a call. Let's work together on some more ideas. Let's look at the domain analytics. Let's look at Dropbox Dash, where that might fit in with your customer sets. And then again, after this, like, send us any questions that you got too. So DocSend is a separate SKU in D&H. It is correct. It is sold as a standalone product, and it is available in D&H's SKUs.
I think that brings up a good point about Dash too. It is a separate product, right? You don't have to have all the other core products to be able to have Dash. You could have Dash as a standalone.
Cool. We're 2 minutes out on the live feed, and then we'll wrap up. Are the installations the same? So I think what you mean, Rodney, is registering. You have to register with a unique email address. Dash, Caitlin, is there any specifics as far as rollout of Dash? It's very similar to Dropbox, correct?
No. I mean, you would have our team to support you on these installations the first time. We would schedule a launch call. We would go over a few details, and then we would help you with the first installation. But yeah, there's nothing. There's really no major secret sauce there, right? When it comes to what you need to bring to the table, we'll make sure you're fully prepared at the time with all the proper information and steps needed.
Yeah, you also have one from Jim that came in late. I don't know if you saw that one.
Just work with local servers too. Are you talking if they would be on-prem stuff versus in the cloud?
So I think, Jim, too, one key point with Dash is you are linking applications within Dash, and then Dash is ingesting those applications and in that content and basically indexing it within Dash. So, and the key point with Dash with that is you don't have to, we don't charge you for extra storage as well for Dash ingestion. There you go. Yes, on-prem.
Okay, so these need to be cloud applications.
Correct.
Great question, though.
That is great.
Sounds good. I think that puts us just about at time. If there's any last questions, I'll wait a second for it to pull through. But thank you so much, everyone, for being here. We really appreciate your time, your support with us, and we look forward to growing your Dropbox business.
There is one more question that I may answer super quick. Dash is not similar to Teams. Dash will incorporate Teams into your search, like it brings, so think of it as, hey, you know that somebody shared a file with you in Teams, or somebody chatted you about the Q4 numbers in Teams, but you don't know where it is, you can ask Dash, please find anything related to Q4 numbers, and it will pull in all the data across your applications, including Teams, to show you where that was placed within a chat. Okay, thanks, Rebecca. I had to get that last question in.
No problem. All right, sounds good. Thank you so much, everybody. And thank you, Caitlin and Jeff, for your time today as well.
Thank you.
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.